2024 has been a wild year in the world of AI. Here is a very brief recap. OpenAI teased Sora in March. Then, once they released the model in December, they were the top text-to-video model for a total of 2 whole days. Then, Google announced Veo 2, which made everyone forget about Sora. OpenAI lost more of the original co-founders, including Mira Murati and Ilya Sutskever, who went to start his own company. An AI developer won the Nobel Prize in Physics, then went on to warn us all of AI. Tesla shocked the world with its We Robot event. Google's AlphaFold placed second in the Math Olympics. New York Times sued OpenAI. Elon Musk sued OpenAI. Apple launched Apple Intelligence. Adobe launched expanded scene generators. OpenAI did a 12 days of announcements for the holidays. Google quietly dropped major announcements at the same time that took away OpenAI's shine. Nvidia absolutely dominated the market and became the country's most valuable company. And so much more. But this is just a precursor of what's to come in 2025. So let's get into my predictions for the top 12 trends in 2025.
You are now watching the AI Pivot.
Sitting at number 12 is reasoning models. Currently, people are most familiar with large language models like Claude or ChatGPT. These are models that output text. Basically, chatbots that communicate one word or token at a time. The next step of AI models is reasoning models. These are models that take a bit longer and think before responding. They review their answers for accuracy. They reason, and overall are much more capable models. They are great for more complicated multi-step tasks and for reducing errors and bias, for example. Several models were released in 2024. Those include OpenAI's O1. They have also teased the upcoming release of O3. Google has released an experimental version of Gemini 2.0 Flash Thinking. Alibaba in China released this model, which you can just call Quen. Also from China, by the company Deepseek AI, released Deepseek R1 Lite Preview. These models are currently available and are very powerful already. However, the one that has been around for the longest, O1, has only been in preview for about 4 months. Though these models are new, they are crushing benchmarks and proving themselves to be very useful. And they are going to become more powerful by the day. Each AI company that does not currently have a reasoning model will launch one in the upcoming year. This trend will be huge for 2025 and shows the future of large language models. Sitting at number 11, more vertical applications, less horizontal. Let me explain. Currently, models are very general. That is, they are a jack of all trades, and their skills are not so deeply focused. After all, they're large language models trained on the vast majority of the internet. So a horizontal focus means a wide variety of knowledge. Vertical models are ones that will become more focused in certain areas, more specific uses, and they will dominate that specific area. Let's take a look. In the healthcare industry, you have a company called Path AI, which focuses on pathology diagnosis. In the legal world, you have a company called Luminance, which focuses on contract analysis. In education, you have personalized learning tutors. The most famous example is Khanmigo by Khan Academy. Each industry will develop more vertical, specific industry use models in 2025. Number 10 is voice. Currently, most people use AI models by typing, either on their phone or on their computer. However, you can also speak with them, and they can speak back with you. They're powerful, but not all of them sound completely natural. Eventually, though, they will improve, and it's likely that in the future, we will not be able to distinguish the difference between an AI or a human voice. Here are some examples of current models that use AI voice. ElevenLabs with conversational AI and voice agents, where you can create your own voice agent for your business. And in fact, I have a video on that which I'll link below in case you're interested. Advanced Voice Mode by ChatGPT, which allows you to speak with the model. And there are many, many more. There are at least dozens, if not hundreds, of other AI voice startups. Whether you use it knowingly in an app or unknowingly on a phone with a customer service agent, we will all be talking with AI a lot more. Number 9 is vision. AI models, for the most part, can already review images or documents. However, they're not capable of reviewing live video feed. They cannot view your computer screen, but a few already can. They are very early in their development, but already very powerful and very useful. The first model was actually only released a few weeks ago during OpenAI's 12 days of announcements. It is a feature in ChatGPT, advanced voice mode with vision. Google is also working on something called Project Astra, which will be able to do something similar. Meta also has some advanced vision, but we'll get to that later. There are a number of ways that these can be beneficial. One thing I like doing is sharing my screen with ChatGPT Vision and having it troubleshoot something or walk me through something that I've never done before. But that's just scratching the surface. Let's move on. Number 8, AI videos. For this one, I know not everyone is a fan of AI videos, and I understand why. But I have to acknowledge that advancements in this category will significantly improve over the coming year. And as the tools improve and creators start putting out stronger content, this will become more commonplace and more accepted than it currently is. Let's take a look at some examples. First, Tribeca Film Festival included some AI-generated short films this past year using OpenAI's Sora. There have also been an incredible amount of other models. Kling, Minimax, Vidu, ElevenLabs, and my favorite, Veo 2, which I used in a few of my previous videos. I will put the links in the description. Number 7, AI influencers. Let me start by saying that I, personally, am not the biggest fan of this, but it will become a very major trend. I believe this trend started with Character AI, one of the most popular apps of the year. Not quite as popular as Instagram or other social media companies, but likely you will hear of this if you haven't already. Let's consider that there are already AI social media influencers. This example here of Little Michaela has over 2 million views, and everything you see on her page is AI generated. Meta also implemented AI influencers across its platforms, though those have since been taken down. Now, I do believe AI influencers can serve some entertainment value, and even be valuable to certain brands or businesses, such as customer service on their website or across their social media channels. But I do remain concerned that the rise of AI influencers will lead to more spam and disinformation. Allow me to share a brief video from Eric Schmidt, the former CEO of Google.
You were talking earlier about the impact on social media. I saw a demonstration in England, in fact. The first command was build a profile of a woman who's 25, she has 2 kids, and she has the following strange beliefs. And the system wrote the code and created a fake persona that existed on that particular social media case. Then the next command was take that person and modify that person into every possible stereotype, every race, sex, so forth and so on, age, demographic thing, with similar views, and populate that. And 10,000 people popped up just like that. So if you wanted, for example, today, this is true today, if you wanted to create a community of 10,000 fake influencers to say, for example, that smoking doesn't cause cancer, which as we know is not true, you could do it. And one person with a PC can do this.
So, whether you like it or not, AI influencers are coming. If you don't intend to use them, it's at least important to acknowledge their existence. Number 6, the race towards AGI or SI. As the world is coming to terms with AI, there are several more acronyms that we need to know. AGI and SI. That is artificial general intelligence and super intelligence. It's hard to define exactly what these look like because, first of all, we haven't achieved this yet, but also every company has a different definition of what this means. You can consider, though, that an AGI or an SI is an AI that is able to perform any task a human can, even better. Let's take a look. First, a new company was founded this year. It was founded by one of the co-founders of OpenAI, Ilya Sutskever. The company is called SSI, Safe Super Intelligence. The company has one singular goal: to develop safe super intelligence. In another paper by Sam Altman titled The Intelligence Age, Sam claimed that we are a few thousand days away from achieving this. More recently, Logan Kilpatrick, an AI product lead at Google, says we are one straight shot to ASI. This might seem scary, especially since we don't have much legislation around AI and none around AGI. But let's take a look at number 5. Number 5 is China. You may not realize it yet, but AI is the modern arms race. At least, that's one of the messages being pushed, and I believe this is the main reason why we don't have any significant legislation around the AI development in the United States. While the EU is trying to be ethical with their AI Act, the US is trying to win the race. Biden did issue a small, seemingly for show, executive order in October of 2024 that aims to mitigate potential AI risks. Trump claims he will tear that up on day one. He claims he wants our country to be number one in AI, which many consider, with the race of AGI, the first country to arrive there will be able to wield the most power. So let's take a look at China. At the beginning of 2024, many people assumed that China was several years behind. Well, they have since caught up. They are now just a few months behind, if that. Here's Eric Schmidt again.
But China has caught up in the last 6 months in a way that is remarkable. The fact of the matter is that a couple of the Chinese programs, one, for example, is called Deepseek, looks like they've caught up. And this is even after these extraordinary efforts by the Trump and Biden administration to withhold high-powered chips. The Chinese are clever, and they understand the power of a new kind of intelligence for their industrial might, their military might, and their surveillance system.
If you remember the reasoning models at the beginning of the video, 2 of those were from China, and 3 of the video models that I mentioned were from China. Let's take a look at something else, the Global AI Index. Currently, the USA remains out front with a decent gap between China in second place. But China is trying to close that gap, and they are making strides every day. Expect them to be a dominant force in AI development in 2025. Number 4, multimodal models. We have already looked at models that have reasoning, models that have voice, and models that have vision. Multimodal models will combine all of these. That means models that will be able to see, hear, and reason. The closest version we have to this right now is what I mentioned earlier, ChatGPT Advanced Voice Mode with Vision. However, this feature currently only works with 4o, their non-reasoning model. Expect the Advanced Voice Mode with Vision to combine reasoning this year and for other tech companies to follow suit. Number 3, glasses. Glasses, in my opinion, is the most accessible way to combine multimodality. Yes, all of these features and models will be updated on our phones and on our laptops, but glasses are more convenient. They're more natural. When they use the vision, they'll be able to see what you're looking at instead of you pointing your phone and trying to make sure that what your camera sees is what you see. The best product on the market that currently implements this technology is Meta Ray-Bans. There is a camera above the eyes, a mic and speaker above the ear. It can hear, speak, and see. And they look nice. Google has also announced a competing product, Google XR, but those have not been released yet. Number 2, robotics. Robotics itself is not AI. However, AI will be paired with robotics. That means that the robots will not just follow some basic programming that they will have multimodal models baked into them. They will be able to see, they will be able to hear, think, and in the next one, you'll see that they will be able to take action and have autonomy. This will, of course, be less accessible than glasses, but it won't be as expensive as you think. Some of the robots that currently exist are cheaper than used cars, and the developers' goals are to have a robot in every home. Let's take a look at some of the robots currently available. First is Tesla Optimus bots. You have probably seen these. Tesla hosted a popular We Robot event this year that highlighted these. Figure, another humanoid robot powered by ChatGPT can actually do something useful. Your dishes. Unitree, a Chinese robotics company, has both humanoid robots and quadruped robot dogs, which go for as little as $2,700. Insane! There are many other companies out there working on different types of robotics, which are all very impressive. Now, the number one AI trend in 2025 will be agents. I have done several videos on agents, which I will leave in the description below. As a quick overview though, AI agents are AIs that can take action. Right now, as we've discussed, most people are familiar with chatbots, AIs that can tell you to do something, but they can't do anything themselves. Soon, this will change, and AI agents will be the number one trend of 2025. Here are a few so far. Claude computer use. With this agent, you can give Claude the ability to take control of your computer. This is the first agent released by a major AI company. It is a bit complicated and doesn't make sense for most people to use right now, but I will link a video in the description if you would like to set this up for yourself. Relevance AI. This is the most accessible AI agent I have seen and what makes sense for most people to use right now. It is very easy to set up. You can connect it to your email or other accounts and set up specific tasks. Definitely worth checking out. ChatGPT, Operator, and Google's Project Mariner. These are the last two I will mention. Neither of them are released yet, so we don't have too many details, but I expect they will become very important tools this year. And there you have it, my predictions for the top 12 AI trends in 2025. What are your thoughts? Did I miss something? Let me know below. Now, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching and consider giving a like to the video. And if you are looking to stay ahead of the curve in 2025, subscribe and follow for more. And if you have any ideas for future videos I should make, leave a comment below.